When it comes to fat shaming, I think there are times and places. I think it's the context of the word and the concept. So let me just bring up this. Well, I was butchered here. Let me bring up this just so you could see a couple of these top trending stories here. So we have you'll see here on the left, we got, YouTube clip. Piers Morgan tells off Susanna Reid. I guess that's someone else on the show. All these little clickbaity kind of headlines trying to catch your attention. Piers Morgan supports Bill Maher's call for fat shaming. I watched the clip of Bill Maher. He wasn't calling for fat shaming. He was just saying that he said literally, this is how it's taken out of context. He didn't say fat shaming needs to make a comeback. I mean, even if he used those words, he was saying more like we need to look at it more from a negative standpoint in terms of being obese. And I think this is where the message is getting misconstrued, because it's not a question of should we fat shame or should we not fat shame. People are just taking it to extremes, because when you're saying fat shaming, that means you're just walking around, you're looking down on people, you're talking shit about them, you're making fun of them. That's not what, fat shaming shouldn't exist, period. That shouldn't even be part of this discussion, because shaming has such a negative connotation. It's called bullying. We gotta fucking get over this bullying nonsense. People are gonna be mean to each other. Welcome to fucking life. We need to talk about obesity being good and obesity being bad. It's not a good fucking thing. It's not a good thing. If you want to perceive that and you want to call that fat shaming, then call it fat shaming. Everyone's going to have a different definition and a different perspective on it. Why can't we talk negatively about obesity? Negatively in the sense that we need to fix it. We're not fixing the fucking problem with this nonsense. Look at these fucking articles. Look at this bullshit. Piers Morgan defends comedian who says fat shaming will help. And then you have this woman on the fucking show who looks like her face has just been pumped with so much fucking filler saying fat shaming works. If we fat shame people, they'll close their mouths. Well, we're obese for a reason. Like, we're really fucking obese for a reason. It's because of the garbage food and the lack of exercise. If more people exercised and ate less food, it wouldn't be a problem like this. Come on. It wouldn't be a problem like this. It would not be a problem. The reason why it's a problem, the reason why it's reaching across the pond, so to speak, into other countries is because fat fucking American standards are spreading like a virus. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing good about being obese. There's nothing good about it. Absolutely not one fucking thing that's good about it. Not one. So you have a couple options. You could either force everyone to accept you and to change their view, or you could change your own view of yourself. You could focus on taking care of yourself and pursuing health for yourself, and understand that even if you are obese, it's not a healthy situation and you should be making aggressive moves to fix it. If you want to live longer, if you don't want to live longer, if you don't want to live more vibrantly, if you want to be pushed around in a fucking wheelchair, then don't lose weight. No one's forcing you, which is why people are obese. No one's forcing anyone to lose weight. Fucking fit shaming, fat shaming, no fat shaming, it's not working. People are obese. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the actual objective facts. Are people obese more than they should be? Yes. Okay, how do we fix that? You're fat. That's not going to do jack shit. I think everyone has a different thought of what fat shaming is. And that word, that phrase is just like, it's associated with bullying. People are just offended. It hurts my feelings, so they defend, they get angry back. And then it's a bunch of fucking people on a talk show. None of them actually look really in good shape. You have Piers fucking Morgan who looks like he has to fucking work out. Like, who are any of these jabronis to talk about fat shaming? You got people that probably have guts talking about people that have fucking guts. You know? It's the blind leading the fucking blind. Obesity is not good. Can we agree on that? Why this conversation is getting misconstrued and it's being misdirected. It's being misdirected. This is like it's not even a conspiracy. This is like in front of us conspiracy. It's not even being hidden. Look at this. This is perfect. This is a perfect fucking example of how we're getting distracted from the facts. We're arguing whether or not fat shaming is a good thing rather than actually investing time talking about the negative side effects of fucking obesity. Look at this. Piers Morgan defends. Piers Morgan viciously body shames Tess Holliday. Piers Morgan accuses Susanna. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Everyone's got their own opinion. If someone wants to be offended and feel bad, everyone's going to feel fucking bad. Everyone's going to feel bad. There are plenty of people that feel shamed and feel ostracized and are angry at the society, and it has nothing to do with fat shaming. It has to do with other factors. It has to do with them being short or them being a certain color. Everyone's a fucking victim. Everyone could be a victim if you play the victim. Everyone could play the victim for something. Okay? Think about your life. Is there something that you can grab at and be and feel and just blame other people for? Take some responsibility for where you're at. I don't see it like all this publicity could be better used to talk about the horrors of obesity. However, think about how that wouldn't trend. That wouldn't trend if you're talking about obesity in a serious manner. That's not going to trend. That's not going to get people to click on headlines. Obesity isn't good for you. Okay, thanks, Dad. And you skip to the next article. No one's going to read that shit. So these kind of clickbaity titles was fat shaming. Someone made fun of a fat person. Fucking get over it. Fucking get over it. Get over it. People are made fun of all the time. The objective fact is that obesity is not healthy. It's not healthy. Stop using the word shame doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't mean anything anymore. If we're talking about facts, it doesn't mean anything. You can't fit shame me. And why can't you fit shame me? Why can't you fit shame me? Fit shame me, motherfuckers. Try to make me feel shame. It's not fit shaming if I don't allow it. I don't give a fuck. It's the right thing. It's good for my body. It's good for my body. So you can't shame me. I don't care if you say negative things. It's not going to shame me, so it's not fit shaming. Just don't let fucking words bother you. Enough. Enough of this shit. Everyone's a goddamn fucking pussy ass bitch. Everyone is. I don't disagree with any of them. I don't think fat shaming is bad in the sense that we're talking bad about about being obese, but people internalize that like you're a bad person, you're evil, or you fucked up, or you should be ostracized from society. People don't want to be ostracized from society. Human beings are social creatures. And why should someone be they shouldn't be ostracized. They should be educated and given opportunities to learn more and take some self-responsibility. But there isn't education for that. There's too much money. There's no incentive for anyone, right? There's no incentive for anyone to lose weight except on an individual level. Does that make sense? That's why people aren't losing weight, because it comes down to the individual. It comes down to you. Do you want to lose weight? Do you need to lose weight? And then you should. You should. However, for the business aspect of it, the companies don't want you to lose weight because they're making tons of money off you stuffing your face with their shitty food, and they're giving you drugs, and they're making tons of money off your fat fucking ass. If there's no, you have to want it individually. We have to teach more personal responsibility and accountability. And arguing about whether or not someone got their feelings hurt is a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of fucking time. This is going to go nowhere because now this is only building more strength for these fat positive movements because it's just growing because now they're saying, look, they're saying fat shaming. They're bad people. So now everyone's pointing fingers at Piers Morgan, this other woman who are talking about fat shaming, that we should bring it back. I don't think they're bad people. They're saying we should make it more known that, yeah, it's not good to be overweight. It's not good to hold extra body fat like that. Body fat's fine, but have that much? We're talking about a lot of extra body fat. Most people underestimate how obese the country is, especially in the United States. because a lot of obese people don't go outside. They're not in public all the time. You have a lot of overweight and obese people, but there are a lot more that aren't in public that you can't see, that are much worse, that you probably couldn't even imagine. We need more responsibility. The individual has the control. That's why that's why this podcast, that's why this community, and that's why these messages can be more effective than these big social media blasts from these larger shows that reach millions of people and that make headlines when someone says something naughty. It's because none of these big media companies want to support something that's going to hurt people's feelings, because it's going to hurt their viewership. People aren't going to watch their show. People are going to not download or go to their website if they're mean. So they have a bunch of people talking. They bring up controversial issues where you have a panel of people that will debate it. You'll have some people you don't agree with and some people you do. So you'll keep on watching that show because you'll watch that argument. Ever notice why they have people that have varying points of view? Not everyone agrees. It's because if everyone agrees, no one's going to watch the fucking show. There has to be conflict. And if there's conflict, people will tune in and look, it made the headlines and now it's everywhere. You wake up and it's like, so-and-so supports fat shaming. It's like, fuck. Well, it's fine. I think it's better to support fat shaming than to not support it. But that's not the answer. It doesn't matter if you say something to someone, this, that, and the other. It's like telling a kid, don't eat the cookie. They're going to want to eat the cookie. You shouldn't be obese. Well, I want to be obese. These are just there's just adult children. People that are like part of the fat acceptance and, love me for who I am. I'm obese and I can be healthy. It's just grown-up children that don't want to admit the truth. They don't want to tell the truth. No, I didn't do it. Did you break it, Tommy? No. And you're standing there, the kid's standing there next to a fucking broken plate. Did you break it? No. Believe me, because you shouldn't be mean to me. Don't hurt my feelings. That's what kind of it looks like to me. But you have these arguments online. They don't really go anywhere. They're just bringing up controversial issues so they can make good clickbait titles. So, here's another instance of people getting their feelings hurt and using that to leverage more content about obesity not being as big of a problem as it is. Piers Morgan defends comedians' pro-fat shaming comments. They say comedian, right? They say comedian to try to discredit celebrity status. Piers Morgan viciously body shames, accuses. Piers Morgan weighs into James Corden. Who the fuck is James Corden? God, that's the last person's opinion you want to fucking trust. Someone who is overweight. Good. Tell me more. Tell me more how you're so altruistic, how you have the answer for everyone. It's irrelevant. Whether or not fat shaming exists, it's irrelevant. Fat shaming exists, people get overweight because it has nothing to do with the fat shaming. Body positivity, fat acceptance, people are still overweight and getting more overweight. It has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it, whether or not it exists or not. It has to come down to the actual food, what people are taught as a child, and people taking responsibility and understanding the science and the common sense. Science and common sense. Science and common sense. If you understand science and you have common sense, it doesn't matter if there is fat shaming, whatever kind of shaming, positivity, acceptance. It doesn't matter what it is, the objective facts. People, why can't we look at objective fucking facts? Why can't we look at what is happening? Why can't we look at what is going on? The food is garbage. There's way too much medication for everything. People are popping ibuprofen like it's fucking candy, and that's so fucking bad for you. Antidepressants. Just fucking just AD. Everyone's just popping fucking meth, fucking methamphetamines, ADHD medication. Everyone's just sucking down meds, eating garbage food, not exercising. So fucking simple. Probably 90% of this problem could just be rectified by closing your mouth and exercising more. It sounds so rude, right? Is that fat shaming? Eat more, eat less and exercise more? That's fat shaming. No, it's being healthy. It's being healthy. Why can't you quantify being healthy like anything else? You'll look in your bank account and you use, oh, we have more money, I have less money. You'll manage all the shit in your life, but you're supposed to just eat whatever the fuck you want. All of a sudden, managing your health is just something you don't do. You outsource managing your health. You let a doctor tell you if you're healthy or not. You let someone else, you wait till you're sick to get fucking better, to get healthy. You wait till there's an actual dire issue to change something. That's why people are having problems, because they're not taking care of it before they fucking get unhealthy. If you do exercise properly, a lot of the injuries that come from exercise and that come from just daily living are avoided or mitigated completely, because you are preventing the injuries from happening in the first place. A lot of injuries happen because you are not exposed to the different types of rotational and different stresses and different planes of motion. You're just sitting down in a fucking chair. So when you bend over to pick up a pencil, you break your fucking back. That's why you're getting hurt. If you're moving more and your body is more adapted to moving, movement's not going to harm you as much. You could bend over and pick something up. You can move to the left. You can twist to the right. You can reach and back up your car and look behind you and not pull your neck. I don't see this argument. The more I talk about fat shaming, I'll probably make a YouTube video about this in addition to this one. The more I listen to it, the less it means. The more I just hear this shit and the more it's in the news, it just isn't the problem. It's not the problem. It's misdirection. It's like a fucking magic show. It's misdirection. We're pointing to this fucking thing over here with the shaming, and it's all this like bunched up feelings and things in the fucking mix. But what does it have to do with anything? Thanks for watching, fam. Make sure to subscribe to the Daily Swole podcast on YouTube so you can catch the live streams every single day.